man, so ain't no way in hell that when I was sitting in college burning my little head away, listening to goddamn roll them doobies up, Wiz Khalifa, that I thought he was gonna end up making a baby with Amber Rose. And then have his baby out here subjected to this bullshit, man. Having Wiz Khalifa's son out here saying stuff like this, man. Alright, so basically what's going on is Amber Rose said that her son is cool with her having the OnlyFans and actually defended it too. I've been waiting to listen to this audio with you guys, and I'm gonna try my best to not, get that upset, because it ain't my child, you feel me? It ain't my place really, but we can't have a conversation, about these things. That's the thing about this whole situation. Like, when you overshare, when these celebrities overshare, it gives people the opportunities to have contextual conversations about some type of some narratives or some ideas that we've talked about before, but now we have some examples to point to have conversations about these things. But the thing about it is, I want to give this warning. We have to take these people's their lives as with a grain of salt as we have these discussions, because these folks, they're never going to have a lifestyle that's very similar to normal people. So please don't get upset in the comment section. But if you do get upset, I can't blame you, because they do call these celebrities influencers for a reason. They influence people to make similar decisions as them. So let's listen to Amber Rose speak about her son. She's on a podcast called High Low with Emrata. That's a model, I believe. And let's see what she got to say. I have some visuals of them talking, but right here, this is just just audio. Let's see what they got to say right here about Bash accepting his mama showing that ass.
My sons are feminists already. Sebastian is a feminist.
Tell me what that means.
It just means equality. He gets it. We were in the car and his friend was like, Miss Amber, ask us what we like in girls, what we like about girls. And I was like, okay, do you like blonde hair? Do you like dark hair? And Noah was like, well, I just don't want my girlfriend being on OnlyFans. And Sebastian was like, bro, you can't say that. You have to let a woman do what she wants with her body. That's not cool. You can't do that.
Were you so proud?
And it was a tear came down my cheek.
That's so beautiful.
And I'm like, that's my fucking baby.
Damn.
I instilled that in him.
I was gonna say, how did you do that? I'm asking. I need to take notes.
I would say, don't be scared. These kids, if they don't learn from you, they're going to learn from TikTok and Instagram. My son knew anytime, I know this is going to sound crazy, but anytime I used the bathroom and my son was 2-3 years old, he'd be like, Mommy, do you need a tampon? Do you need a pad, Mommy? I'll go in the drawer and get it for you. I told him about everything.
You're just open about your body and
Have to.
Yeah.
You have to, because you're famous. Your son, by the time he's 5, is going to start Googling you and seeing everything. And if you don't have those conversations, but when Sebastian said that, he was because he said that somebody told him, your mom is on OnlyFans. And I was during the pandemic. I had to work,
Of course. There's no shame in that.
Yeah. And I had a whole conversation with him about it, I have a whole conversation.
How did you talk to him about it? Just this is a way that mommy can make money, and my body is can be sexual, and that's a good thing. What did you say?
Yeah, I also said that whoever told him that, their parents are ignorant, because obviously he got it from his parents, because the fucking kid we're talking about, right?
Of course.
And and I just explained everything to him, when it comes to women, you have to let women do what they need to do to support their families. You want to go to a nice school, Six Flags, Universal, travel. Mommy has to make money. And he knows that I was a stripper years ago. It's just, I feel like I desensitized instead of him finding out when he's 20.
Well,
what?
Also, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Mommy being a stripper, mommy being on OnlyFans, make work and built the life that you've built for him.
Yeah, totally.
Which is impressive.
If you guys want to see this full thing, that is High Low with Emrata. Amber Rose speaking about her son accepting her ways. I'm laughing because I was at the Louis store with my lady like a year or so ago. I made a video roasting Amber Rose for some reason. I can't remember reason, but I made a video roasting Amber Rose. And me and my lady was like at the Louis store like a month later, and we was right behind Amber Rose in line, and she was like, "You need to apologize to her." And I was like, "Nope, I ain't apologizing for nothing." And I'm glad I didn't, because it's like I would apologize to her, and then still felt like, no, I can't. I gotta hold her accountable for these things, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not gonna hold her accountable in this one. I'm gonna hold Wiz Khalifa accountable, because Wiz Khalifa, this is who you decided to have a child with, that turned out to be a son. It could have been a daughter, which possibly could have been worse, but it is what it is. You decided to have a child with this woman, and this is what your son has. It's one thing as far as like accepting who your mother is, which can be embarrassing, but then it's another thing when you look into your mother, and based on what she do is what it creates a standard for the type of things you will accept in relationships moving forward. So that's one thing that I talk about in some videos, as far as like parents have to set standards based on their actions for their children, as far as what adults should do, you know? So if you see the first person that's teaching you everything in life doing X, Y, and Z, you know, that's what you're gonna accept in life. That's what you're gonna think is the right thing to do. This is the person that's your first role model, your first superhero is your parents. So this son, he's already starting, in my opinion, he's starting in a very strange position. I'm not gonna say disadvantage, because I want the best for the young man no matter what. But he's starting in a very strange position that could leave him open to a lot of heartbreak in the future by accepting shit he does not have to accept. You should not have to be okay with the woman exploiting her body for money. The parents of the other boy taught their child right. The one that said, "I don't want my girlfriend to be on OnlyFans." That's the right mind state. Imagine being the parent of that child and then hearing what Amber and Sebastian are spewing onto your son while you let them go ahead and ride off and have fun for the day. They spewing that bullshit onto your son, as far like, no, bro, you should not police women's body. You shouldn't police women's body. You should not police women's body, but you should be able to accept what you want to deal with. You shouldn't be shamed for having standards as far as how you want your woman to carry themselves, and vice versa. The woman that you deal with should have standards too for how you carry yourself. It's okay across the board. It's not just about a woman or a man thing. It's about a human thing, a decency thing, a respect thing. Like it's simple. You don't want to be with someone that's that's exploiting themselves for fucking money. Why is that a bad thing? And why doesn't Bash understand that point? That's bothering me, bro. That's bothering me, dog. Like, growing up, everybody understood that strippers bad, MK. Being a stripper's bad, MK.
That is not appropriate behavior, okay?
And this boy is growing up thinking, well, being a stripper ain't that bad. Women gotta do what they gotta do. No. You have a long life when you're young to make decisions to put you in a position to not have to sell your body in a sexual manner to make money. You have ways to put yourself in position to not have to do that. And yes, I still understand that men are visual and it's easy lick for beautiful women to come up in this world, but you can still come up and have a great life if you're a beautiful chemist, a beautiful pharmacist, a beautiful a realtor. You can still be beautiful and use your beauty in the most simple way and still come up to your advantage. Like that's more of a thing as far as like, okay, my mom is a beautiful woman, and I understand that beautiful women have advantages as far as them using their beauty to get, some type of gain. And you could do that while having a respectable career, because Bash is probably not understanding that his mom is out here pissed off at men because no man of value will respect her to be in a relationship with that woman. No man. no man of value wants to be in a relationship with Amber Rose. Because Amber Rose is the slut walk queen, you feel me? So you seeing men come through to the point that your mom just sick and tired of all the men because they don't come through for one thing. They want to smash her because she's Amber Rose. Because they seen her with X, Y, and Z. They seen her body. They seen her land and strip coochie. Niggas want to park their plane real quick and see how that shit work. You feel me? That's how niggas moving when it comes to your mom. And you forcing that little man to accept that shit like that's normal. That shit ain't normal, dog. I feel sorry for Wiz, but Wiz, this is who you decided to have a child with, bro. So I feel sorry for Bash because he only knows what his superhero tells him. That's his mama. I hope he grows, speaks to different people, get different understandings, and not become manipulated. Because a lot of times we see kids are manipulated by their parents to believe that whatever their mother is doing is the right thing and everybody else is batshit crazy for not going and doing what their mother is doing, especially if the father is disagreeing with the mother. The mother has a lot of moms have great skills as far as manipulating kids into choosing their side. Because women, like, come on, like, let's keep it G. Let's keep it G. When we starting off as kids, women are amazing. Women are amazing. We only start to feel some type of way about women when we have had our nose so wide open, been so vulnerable, till we finally get burnt by something that we felt like should have been perfect, because we love women by default. We love women by default. And then over time we realize, oh, I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful with this. This is like sugar. It's good sugars and it's bad sugars. It's good carbs and it's bad carbs. Like, women are like sugar, man. You gotta make sure you find the right sugar to take in, the right carbs to put into your diet, because the wrong one will fuck you up. It will kill you, literally. But yeah, we love women by default. But our love for women has scared a lot of us over time once you realize how dangerous they could be. I hope I'm spitting for some people. I hope some people understand what I'm saying. I'm just talking some shit right now. Don't get mad at me, please. Like, we having an open conversation. I'm not a dictator. I'm open for whatever your opinion is about this whole situation. I just don't agree with this at all. But hey, it's still something fun to talk about. But let's end this with the visuals. I seen some visuals. I want to see y'all look at the visuals with me and see what they saying about, dealing with these kids.
When I did become famous, I was scared to date like a regular guy because I felt like they were gonna steal from me. They were gonna take pictures of me while I was sleeping. But there's like things that I guess I remember that I wanted to do and I just didn't necessarily fit.
Like what?
I think perception also is another thing. Like, for example, they'll be like, okay, we want you to come on the show, but when we introduce you, we want you to be at the pool with a really big hat on and a bikini and, the heels with a martini. And I'm just like, yo, that's not me. And I would have to fight against it. And they're like, and then I would just find myself doing things that I didn't want to do.
This is how Amber dresses in public. I could see how someone could end up in a relationship with Amber just saying she's like a chill girl. Being completely honest with you, she like a chill chick. I remember Savage was in a relationship with her. She seemed like a girl that's like a homebody, but still some of her decisions throw you off. This is how I seen her in person, like, relaxed, chill and everything, like, it is what it is.
And then I would just find myself doing things that I didn't want to do because I had to make money.
Remember that, and then we'll continue this point.
That's how mommies learn to make work and built the life that you've built for him.
Yeah, totally.
Which is impressive. Like, you're a hustler. You figured it out.
And ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, it's like when my son is 20, 30 years old, he's not going to be like, Mom, I hate you because you were a stripper before I was born.
Somebody asked me that the other day, like, how
She like a Jenner.
are you can feel like there's so many naked pictures of you. Like, how are you going to explain that to your son? And I was like, I mean, bodies are like not like women's bodies don't always need to be sexual. Sometimes they can. Like, I want him to feel like women's bodies are just bodies, you know? And then also, yeah, there's an element where like the world where we live in, like that's a way that mommy learned to succeed.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds so stupid. Use your brain. That sounds dumb as hell to me, bro. Women bodies are just come on, man. No, you only want people to adjust their ideas based on whatever narrative you want to be running at that very second. But when it comes to selling your image, you want the sexy to sell. You want to turn people on. I'm pretty sure at that shoot, they're telling you, look sexy, dude. You want the sexy to sell, but when your child gets involved into seeing that image, you want to automatically switch to, oh, women's bodies are just normal bodies. No, you know the purpose of you even getting naked in the first place. You're doing it to sell sex because sex sells. Stop lying. Once you guys stop lying, we can have real conversations, real genuine conversations, and just say it straight up. You were selling sex to make money. As you said before, which was fucking cap, saying about Amber Rose saying that you was doing what you had to do to set the table for. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. You're doing what you had to do to make the lifestyle for the son, X, Y, and Z. His freaking daddy is Wiz Khalifa. He don't need the mama to sell nan piece of ass. Nan piece of ass. Although at some point, yeah, for her to get to some notoriety, she had to do what she had to do to get notoriety. But at the end of the day, once that baby is here and you're known, the baby's here, his daddy, who his daddy is, you don't have to do nothing that revolves around that bullshit, bro. I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it. No. Once you're a parent, no. Selling ass on OnlyFans, no. Especially when you have the option of the other parent not having to do X, Y, and Z bullshit. Yeah, that boy pothead.
Marijuana's bad, okay?
He a pothead, and that could be frowned upon in a lot of different areas, but not more frowned upon than having OnlyFans and exploiting yourself. I guess both are bad.
You don't have sex?
No, I hate sex.
Why do you hate sex?
It's like, I'm just like, it's so accessible, and like, I don't want a penis attached to like a person.
You're like, I could do without that.
Yeah, I just don't want to deal with any toxicity. And I feel like nowadays everyone is toxic.
Men.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
Women too, though. But
Thank
for
you.
sure, of course. But
men, yeah.
Fuck out of here.
No
Fake
woman feels like they
average.
can come out and say, hey, I've been abused. I've been emotionally abused. I've been psychologically abused. Maybe even physically abused. Look what they did to Meg Thee Stallion.
Ugh.
You can't even tell your story. You know, you're a clout chaser. You just want attention. Or I know you've been through that.
Oh my God, all the time.
It's like, why now? Why are you saying it now? And it's like, I'm saying it now because I feel like I'm strong enough to say it now.
This shit continues to bother me, the Megan Thee Stallion situation. We are trained to believe if you lie about one thing, you lie about everything. That's what society made us believe. Why are y'all now shaming us for moving with those same standards? Meg threw us off by not telling the full truth. So, okay, yeah, now we know what happened. We heard these things, we seen the evidence, X, Y, Z. Okay, now we know what happened. Now, most people are taking the same stance as the jury. Most people. But before that, with Megan throwing us off, people didn't know what the hell to do. We just went with the same rules that was enforced into us, innocent until proven guilty. And if a witness lie about one thing, they lie about everything. That is something that was instilled into us, and you guys are shaming us for it, and it's kind of messed up. If you ask me, it's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up, man.
You know,
it's always, the blame always falls to women.
It's terrible.
And once again, I always feel like I always definitely feel like, and I think women get the benefit of the doubt so much because when the Me Too shit came out, women realized, oh, we can just say we want to. It don't matter. We don't get no pushback. And then women started going crazy with it. But then that kind of messed it up because of people that were lying, and now everyone's being questioned. So it's an exact answer to the Me Too movement. That's why people are questioning or looking for more hard facts, hardcore evidence, because we see how people's lives and careers can be ruined. I think due process is necessary, and people have to accept that. If you're going to come with an allegation on someone, you have to understand there's going to be due processing. And that due processing is going to come with a lot of ridicule, especially if you have a campaign to go ahead and make sure the person is proven guilty in a public eye before the court of law proves that point. But to do that, you have to be fully transparent. Letting y'all know now. Because if you're not transparent, you're throwing lies, you're throwing any type of monkey wrench in the situation, it's going to hurt you. I've seen what I've seen over time. I've learned what I learned. And I'm going to do my best to cover these situations better than I have in the past. But that's that right there. But back on to the thesis, the main point of me doing this video in the first place. Wiz Khalifa, you made a bad decision to have a baby with this woman. Maybe outside of those things, she's an amazing mother. But based on that decision right there, you're taking the L. And it is what it is. Still gonna listen to your music. Still gonna rock with you heavy. But I'm not gonna take any relationship advice from you at all. And that's cool. That's one thing we gotta learn to do with these celebrities. You know, separate some things and take away other things. It is what it is, man. It's just cool, bro. You know, don't worship these people. They're humans too, and they make mistakes as well. But once again, this is why you should be careful with the information that you share, because people are going to use you as a talking point. Like myself, I'm going to use you as a talking point. That's why I say just don't do it if you don't want to go through this ridicule, bro. But that was a conversation I was having the other day, but it is what it is. We got to talk about some shit sometimes. You feel me? And I get paid for it. So, hey, I love y'all though, man. Thank y'all for 50,000 subscribers once again. We hanging out. It's Saturday. Well, it's Friday actually. It's Saturday. I'm hanging out, doing some face cam videos. I got time. I'm not working right now, so I'm off. So we hanging. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe new to my channel. It's your boy Stacy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm gonna get up out of here though. Yo.